up, everyone? It's me, Steph, the alternate, your nerdy alternative. And as Andy is currently moving at the moment, he had to take a few minutes away from his busy schedule to discuss the Britney Spears, Kevin Federline situation. Here he is. How you doing, mate?
Thank you, Steph. Legitimately, I'm moving. It's like crazy here, and I was hoping I'd have the studio is so cool, guys. I can't wait to debut it. It may have to wait till tomorrow, but I couldn't wait on this story, Steph. And I know you've been reporting a bit on it, and I just needed to rant because as I've been packing this weekend, I've been seeing Kevin Federline in the news, and he's making my blood boil. I've tried so hard throughout my coverage of Free Britney and everything else to attempt to give this man the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's trying to stay out of it. Maybe he really isn't the evil devil. Maybe he did know more, but he's under his own, problems of they're threatening to do things to him if he doesn't follow. All these things that I thought about him that maybe over the weekend, it was clear this man is not worth saving. This guy is a scumbag, and I will say it with all capital letters. He is doing an interview this week. I don't think the interview dropped, Steph, but there was a Daily Mail article that I think you're showing on screen.
Yeah.
And I want to sort of gloss through this and rant and rave about this, if you'll let me. He's not spoken about this forever. And I kind of applauded him for that because even if he's the bad guy, like at least he didn't say anything and he's sort of playing all sides, fine. But now the timing of this is so sus and awful. Britney's allegedly supposed to have this new song, which I've heard. It's amazing. Wait for it, guys. And out of nowhere, he's coming in while Jamie's being deposed and everything this week, right? Lot of moving parts is why Kevin's deciding this now, but he's breaking the silence and he's not only defending Jamie, and we got to remember Jamie is Britney Spears' father who has a restraining order against the kids. Like Kevin filed it so he would stay away from his own kids. That's how bad this family got that even Kevin couldn't handle it at a certain point. Now he's like, well, I would of course let him around my kids, and he's a good guy. He loved Britney and he did the best. He saved her life. Is what this man is now saying. On top of that, he's talking about their damn kids. I mean, I can't even begin, Steph. This is why I got into this movement in the first place. They dangled her kids like a carrot. If you want access to your kids, party up and play along, Britney, or you're going to lose them. That has been the motto since day one of this conservatorship. And was Kevin Federline involved? I always wondered. I always suspected. But after reading this article, hell yeah, he was involved. And there's now evidence coming forward that Steph is going to break down for us that's going to just even prove it further. He was getting paid. He was on the payroll the whole time to get the access and to keep it going. So to see this come out, it's infuriating, guys. And I want to go through, if you can scroll through a couple of these moments, because I don't even want to give him the press that he wants. But we're going to have to watch these interviews and fact check it for him. I'm scrolling all the way down. And he has a quote here. It goes, "The whole thing has been hard to watch, harder to live through, harder to watch my boys go through than anything else. It's been tough. It's been the most challenging thing I've ever had to do in my life." How about get a job, Kevin? How about that? How about imagine doing this while you had to hold a job and support your family, you scumbag? Oh, while the mom is in a prison working her butt off to pay for everything, while you guys can leave whenever you want, you can drink whenever you want, you can see your kids whenever you want. Oh my God, this man is the worst. And then if you scroll down even further, so I don't want to say the stuff he's saying about the kids, because I just don't believe any of it now. And then it's all like selling him and his new family, his new wife and his kids. I wish there was any way I could possibly say something to just open Britney's eyes, but I haven't found that yet. This is a normal family full of love. Whatever's happening outside has nothing to do with this house. It's their mom. It has everything to do with this house. And you stayed silent, Kevin. You not only stayed silent, you enabled it. You made it happen because you took the kids and then you took all their money. There was one part I wanted to, I'm fine. He mentions his lawyer, Mark Vincent Kaplan, who allegedly, Steph, my conspiracy, my theory, whatever, I think he's incredibly more involved than he ever wants to admit. There's clearly, I think that K-Fed's lawyer was working with Jamie, in my opinion, in my conspiracy theory, my opinion, whatever, has always been working with Jamie to make sure that this was a massive part of the deal and that everyone got taken care of. And maybe Kaplan's going to say, well, I was given and told things about Britney, whatever. He's always been there, always protecting and saying it. But there's a thing at the end here where he talks about the conservatorship, because even he's like, where was the quote? even I have questions, he sort of says. And hold on, I'm trying to scroll through. This is a long article he's doing. There's a part there where he talks about the conservatorship. And what's really telling about it is he clearly doesn't even, he's admitting, like, I don't even know. Here. There's a lot of questions about it, he confides. I don't even know that I can answer all of them, but he's talking about how the kids have had questions about the conservatorship, which to me is massive. And here's what K-Fed's telling the kids. I tried to explain to them that your mom needed help, and the people were in play to try and make that happen, to make it better. That's what the kids are being told about the conservatorship. It bothers me because he's trying to clearly play dumb to it, because he's probably involved, right? Way more than we realize, Steph. And then he's trying to tell the kids, their mother needs help, and that these were good people trying to help her. Bullshit. I'm calling massive bullshit. And then I would absolutely welcome Britney Spears back in the boys' life, especially if that's what the boys wanted. I don't have any hard feelings towards Jamie. People make mistakes. I feel bad for him. I feel like he's been put through the ringer. Oh my God, Steph, this is disgusting. And then if there couldn't have been a more clear team conservatorship quote at the end, family is supposed to stick together. And just because they're not my immediate family, they're my son's, my kids' immediate family. They love their Mima. My priority has always been, it's about what's good for the boys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even begin to explain how frustrated I am that this man, who's had a free pass his whole life, is out there now trying to use the boys as pawns again against their mom. It's sickening. So Steph, you have more examples to sort of prove how all this is nonsense. There's a lot of documents and things we see. I think there's a legal document, if you can find that one, where they're basically dangling like a carrot. They're basically telling, it was Larry, the manager, Larry Rudolph, was out there saying, yeah, if you want your kids, do this. Do you have that one, Steph?
Yeah, so it's on the screen right now. And it's a tweet from @Ace of Britney. Looking at the bit that's highlighted, it says, we then started to talk about Britney's children. I said to her, do you want me to help you get your babies back? I asked her if she wanted me to help her with her kids. Britney told me that she had fired her lawyers and that she has new lawyers. Essentially, go on.
Yeah, well, and Larry is a super shady character in this whole thing. Again, allegedly, we have to be careful in everything we say, guys. But Larry's been monetarily motivated, etc., and was involved. And Britney's not a fan of him. And it's like, yeah, we'll get your babies. Oh, you want your babies? That's always been sort of the thing that they've dangled in front of her. That's been very clear from day one as to why would she sign her life away, guys? Well, she had some melt. She did have, a breakdown, which I think was warranted given the amount the press and everything was hounding her and everything that was going on in her family. She was going through a lot. I'm not doubting that Britney wasn't going through something, but we all go through things. I've had breakdowns. We've all had issues. There's no reason to set her in a prison. However, her whole family is trying to force it. All right. And then K-Fed wins custody. And then suddenly you've lost everything. That's the most broken you can be as a parent, when suddenly you lost all that. And then it's like, well, you want him back? Oh, well, it would help if you went and did this and then did this. And, it's just continuing to do this. And then she's terrified she's going to lose complete access to her kids because, I'll say it, Lou Taylor, I believe, and everybody else suddenly got the keys to the kingdom and then started driving the car. And if you want to come along, and your kids are in the front seat, play along, Britney, or else. That's what's happening here, and it was terrifying. But the biggest reveal is the one you have where that proves there's now breaking alleged evidence that he was getting paid how much a month during the circus store when the conservatorship started?
Yeah, so looking at this, and we got this tweet from Apple Poker, Life is a Beach. So in addition to child support, Kevin was offered $10,000 a week from Britney's estate, plus a $50,000 bonus that was approved by Jamie Spears. This was during the circus tour, so within the year pretty much of when Team Con actually started. My opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Kevin Federline was totally put on the payroll for Team Con, utterly and completely, as a way of control over the children's father, so they could ultimately then have control over the kids and therefore Britney as well. It's like a domino effect in that respect. But one thing that really kind of makes me laugh a little bit is this tweet here from Ryan the Sagittarius at Ramble Diary. He says, only 2 years and 37 days left of Britney Spears paying Kevin Federline child support. Tick-tock, Kevy boy. This, my friend, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, with what Kevin Federline's doing right now, all about the moolah. Don't matter what Britney's been through. Don't matter all the hell and the nightmare. Nah, he knows time's running out and he's now trying to make his money. It's
scary. It's sickening. And I've never been as hard on him, but now it's we're going to war, and I'm on obviously Team Britney. And there's responses from Britney and Sam. If you can show, Britney basically, I think, didn't go as hard as maybe she could have, but I understand why, because there's kids involved. But Sam, I got to give Sam the most respect. You have Sam's Instagram post there?
Yeah.
Sam really laid in, and I think garnered a lot of fans over the weekend in his response, because he's always stay out of it. But I mean, if he had stayed out of this one, I would have really had my own questions, because how do you stay back on this one, Steph? Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't watch this happen to your wife and not say something. And Sam sure did. Can you show that one?
Yeah, I'm showing that one right now. So just to read it out to you guys, it says, to clarify, my wife has never posted a nude selfie except of her butt, which is quite modest these days. All of the posts were implied nudity, which can be seen in an ad, any ad for lotion or soap. There's no validity to his statement regarding the kids distancing themselves, and it's irresponsible to make that statement publicly. The boys are very smart and will be 18 soon to make their own decisions, and may eventually realise the tough part was having a father who hasn't worked much in over 15 years as a role model. Kevin's gravy train will end soon, which probably explains the timing of these hurtful statements. I do not know him personally and have nothing against him, aside him choosing to vilify my wife. His character is revealed by approval of the cruel 13-year citizenship, and his loyalty to Jamie indicates his approval at time of its conception as well. Things that are now considered normal issues and behaviour easily dealt with therapy or other ways were magnified to justify a 13-year prison sentence. Anyone approving of it is wrong or benefiting from it somehow. I will not comment on this matter again, except to say I have a job. He then ends it with, I wish him the best and hope he has a more positive outlook in the future for benefit of all involved. But for now, and he kind of goes a little bit Will Smith on this one, which I like in a way, keep my wife's name out your mouth. Just without the whole ch-ch-ch kind of situation there, Andy.
And then, like, did it say back to work or something? If they get one more little rub at him?
Not that I can see here. No.
Anyway, but I love to get back to work. I love the Will Smith mention, and good for Sam. Again, I think Sam's under a lot of pressure because the fans don't think he still has Britney's interests. But yeah, I don't know. If my lady was getting dragged like that by their ex, damn right I'm going to step up and say something, and especially the truth, which he just did. So, yeah, team, we got to keep covering this. When this interview drops, we will absolutely fact check it. Hopefully, I'll be in the new studio. And apologies for the mess. But yes, guys, as you can see, the studio's my gear's not here. It's all gone. It's
oh my goodness.
Steph has seen the tease. It's gonna look epic. I promise it's worth the wait. But jealous. I may not be able to be live today as promised. Steph, if I can't, can you cover for me?
Of course, my friend. Yes.
I may be able to call in for a bit, but I'm trying my best to be fast. I warned all you guys, so thank you for your patience, and thank you, Steph, so much for all the help. And you guys are the best. Subscribe. Big reveals coming. It's going to be epic. I can't wait to show you guys. And thank you for helping me get the word out here. We got to support Britney on this. This is awful what they're doing. As a father, I can't even imagine. And this is what got me into it in the first place. We got to stand up for her. So please show your support. And thank you again, Steph. Hit the subscribe. Go support Steph, the altar nerd, as well. And yeah, go ahead. Now she gets to end the video.
Yeah, so make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment down below. What do you think to this whole situation? And obviously, if you want more content exclusive from Andy, and why wouldn't you, consider joining and becoming a member today. But with that being said, thank you for watching this video. We will be live later on today. probably going to be me. So it'll be around about 8, 9 o'clock UK time, so set your alarms for that. With that being said, though, you might be seeing some videos on your screen right now that you want to click. Click. Oh no! Andy's getting evicted from his studio. No!